guitarist attempted anything like this. Just pretty much using here, sitting at my recording stuff with my Variax Trans-Red Model 700, which I personally, I think it's one of the best instruments, on the market today, especially for what it does. But again, that's just a personal preference, personal opinion, and I'll leave it at that. So, but aside from that, I'm just going to talk about one particular feature that I'd use to record a bit of a song here, and so I'll demonstrate what I did, and then I will play along with what I did, and hopefully it'll come out and I can get the thing uploaded and it'll make sense when I post it. But anyway, so what I did was, anyone who's familiar with the Variax guitars knows that there's various banks of guitars on here that are preset. Of course, with the Workbench software, you can customize any bank to be anything. But for the purposes of this discussion, I'm using the pre-made acoustic bank. And with the 5-position switch, you get to choose from 3 different model 6-string guitars, and then the 2nd and 4th positions are 12-string versions of 2 of those model guitars. The one I've chosen to use is emulating the Gibson J100, which is the kind of a jumbo acoustic guitar. And also on the acoustic model, the tone knob, as opposed to being a regular tone knob. In the case of the acoustic guitars, it works as if you were positioning a microphone where the sound hole would normally be. So one direction is pretty much straight at the sound hole, close. Other one is varying off center. I don't know the exact percentages, but it turns it off center, and then if you just strum open or whatever and turn it, you will hear the different sounds that happens. Like some of the strings sound more dominant and different mic positions than others. So for my purposes, I've chosen the one that I thought was about 75% direct on a scale that I'm just making up off the top of my head, and towards the sound hole, and that seems to be most representative. Stuttering. Okay. With the sounds that I'm trying to emulate. So the song that I've chosen to do is a song called Love Alive off the second Heart album, Little Queen, recorded back in 1977. Even Heart themselves doesn't do it the exact same way anymore, but for the purposes of this, I'm copying what was done on the studio album recorded back in those days. So the main guitar part goes something like this. So that's the main part. Directly behind that part, playing at the same time, is the second guitar part. There's a third. I'm not going to bother with that one right now because that doesn't come in until a little bit later. But these two start at the same time. So the second guitar part goes like this. forth. So it uses a lot of harmonics, and then this part is the NBC logo of all things. But anyway, it's the harmonics, and then this one is you press the note to end. So when you hear the two of them together, it combines to make one grand guitar part, and then it goes from there on the rest of the song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play what I recorded, just with a tiny bit of the vocals. I did the flute part on the keyboards and things like that you're going to hear, and that's pretty much about it. So I'm going to stop it before it gets into the song. I just want you to hear the two main guitar parts I was talking about and hear how they work together. There's no effects on anything. Everything was recorded dry. I haven't done any kind of mix other than just balance out the volume. That's all I did. So there's no studio tricks or anything involved. It's the guitar running through the direct box that comes with it, using the XLR out right into the board. Nothing else. And just the tone knob to position the microphone. So here it goes, and see what happens.